Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cowboys and the Chargers, and it's all up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion LA Chargers taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, what a road for these Chargers. Just their second Super Bowl appearance ever, and first representing LA.
And it's a franchise that's been around a long time. Originally, the LA Chargers had a lot of success in the AFL, but this is for the Super Bowl, and a lot of folks in Southern California have certainly waited for this day. It's a chance to do something that's never been done before in franchise history.
Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the wait is over. This has been, of course, one of the preeminent franchises in American sports history. They've had a bumpy ride along the way, but they're back in the Super Bowl for the first time since Super Bowl 30 in 1996.
And partner, when you say this is the first time back in the Super Bowl since 1996, Super Bowl 30, I'm blown away. One of the preeminent franchises in the NFL. You would have thought they'd been here multiple times since then. The Cowboys want to add another Super Bowl title and bring it home to Dallas.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. As you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused, and some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they've built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and give their best performances.
Right back to Spiller on second down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
second down, 8 to go from the 28. Here's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. A little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Jarvis Landry, 28 yards. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Pollard will take it up the gut. There he goes left side. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long, as one of them told us. If I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Herbert now. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Allen's got it complete. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'll run for it with Spiller. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he shortened the line to gain. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. Prescott now on 2nd down. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now Prescott. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun again to Pollard. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 28 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. It's a 3-point game here early. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. On first down, it's Herbert. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Herbert back to the air. And that's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Prescott from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 37. Hands this to Speller to start things. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Will we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Out left, he's got it to Everett. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's complete to the right side. It's Allen. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. 52 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Jarvis Landry who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Prescott now from the 50. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Prescott to throw it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Now Prescott. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Prescott looks to throw on first. On the out route, it's Lamb with the ground. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. A second down throw for Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense.
Touchdown! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are once again back in front. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. This taken in at the goal line. Landry brushes him off. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. And that went to the right side and incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Here's Prescott. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Herbert on first down now. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A yard all they need, but it's third down. Trying to run forward, Pollard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Throwing, Prescott. Busts through the tackle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Cooks on a quick slant. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The drive starts with a give to Spill. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now it's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And taken down just shy of the 40.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. To throw is Prescott. That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a give here to Pollard. Oh, what a move. 20. 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 49 yards. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Point after try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Herbert off of play action. Man open left side, it's Williams. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down. Herbert throwing again. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get...
nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for L.A. Pulled in at the 24. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Prescott's throw taken in there by Cooks. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. And again, it's Prescott. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll run left with Pollard. Powerful running. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 145 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. He finds his man, Pollard. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. Here's Prescott. Zach Ertz has it complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second down, Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He gets this out to Spiller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. From the 50, here's Herbert. Give him another one right back to Allen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert now. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On second down, here's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 161 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, You're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Now a 2nd and 6. Going to run again here with Pollard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for Dallas. This is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. That throw into the arms of Allen. And Allen's going to have a Chargers 1st down as he'll get this to the 26-yard line. Herbert gets this into the hands of Allen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Again, Herbert. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And quickly, they get to the line. And he is caught. He can't get him down. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Here's Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding offense.
Rashawn Slater, 1st-round pick in 2021, guilty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To the air again, Herbert. Open man down the field is Landry. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. Herbert toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, Their chances.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll run with Pollard. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Pollard one more time. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets it down to the 32. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. Herbert and the Chargers down by 13. A minute 35 to go. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in the Super Bowl. Herbert going to throw, finding Allen. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Herbert to throw. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Throwing, Herbert. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Extra point try now from Dicker. And the lead will shrink to 6. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment, forever.